Well, here we go again. What is it with left wing movements? What is it with left wing movements that, at least today, in this day and age, ultimately sound like just liberals, basically? I mean, that's the whole thing, right? It's amazing to me um, how so many have gone on the screw Russia, have jumped on the screw Russia train and, you know, are just going to give in 100%, and it's amazing to me what has happened with these sorts of things. The thing is that Americans have their heads up their ass, and that is true. We do. Um, American nationalism runs deep. They'll say, "Oh well, POC need to be respected and all this sort of thing, and we need to." Maybe they'll even talk about third worldism. But when it comes to Russia, suddenly they're like, "Hmm, I don't like Russia," and to me, it's ridiculous. Um, the thing is, say what you will, I'm not going to sit here and be a Russia boo. But generally speaking, I would say it is what it is. You know, the United States and lefties will always give into the narrative that, well, America is bad, but it's better than other countries. Now, ultimately, even libs that leave the United States and go to these other countries, they still vote. They still, like I say, they probably don't get involved with these other cultures. Like I remember I was in this chat room or whatever, and this lib was talking about, I'm going to move to Portugal, and you hear these folks or whatever, and it's like, oh, I live in Brazil or something like that. I'm like, where the fuck do you go in Brazil? I think he said they lived in Sao Paulo, and I'm like, man, really? I don't believe it, because I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm tough. What the hell are you talking about? It's funny to me seeing this whole thing, but Americans are a blight. I'm sorry, we are. Americans are a blight on society, on human existence. We are. We are. Like I say, I have no. I don't know. To me, it's just this whole sort of thing is ridiculous. And I think, like I say, there are a lot of folks. Like I say, we're just trying to. Like I say, we're just trying to do woke xenophobia right now. That's really what it is. The U.S. is just trying to put on woke xenophobia, patent pending, for that term. But yeah, woke xenophobia, where it's like we're going to talk about how Russia's bad and all this sort of thing, but we don't hate the Russian people. It's the same thing with the whole stuff against China, where it's like, we just don't like we just don't like the way, China treats Xinjiang, this and that, it's just woke xenophobia. That's all it is. That, like I said, once again, I'm not a Russia boo. I'm not a China boo. All I can do is just try to get through the day here. Um, just be aware of it. Like I say, for the most part, this belongs to journalists and to politicians who have their heads up their ass and will claim victory in defeat and will, put the money in their briefcases and run as fast as they can so that they can get to another job. Just be aware of it, folks. Be aware of it. Um, like I said, nothing is going to happen with U.S. Russia. Russia, I don't think wants to, mess with Ukraine. Even though honestly, I think that Ukrainian units would be surrendering quite a bit and would get blown the fuck out. As we've seen with the clashes, that's why all the Ukrops do is, just do shellings. They just shoot artillery rounds at them because they know that the guys are right there, and they're ready to defend their land. You know, the thing is, like I say before, the Russians have given citizenship to the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic, as far as I know, and they have provided, a lot of aid, obviously, to both of these republics. So I think that, like I say, right now, it's just I think that Russia is just biding their time, and I think more and more, you know, people are going to have to admit that Ukraine is broken, and that Ukraine is never going to be accepted uh, amongst the European elites. They just see them as because Russia bad. That's all it is. And Ukraine, like I say, don't hate me for this, for saying it like this, but I think that Ukraine is a country, and its people are simply pawns for a larger game, Atlantis' game. It's unfortunate. It is. Um, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna keep it there. I don't want to give too many assumptions or anything else like that. I'm gonna try to maintain my distance. So anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.